Alright.
What's the next movie we're talking about?
Alright, number 14 is Up.
My number 14 is Incredibles 2.
Alright, Up. It's good. The beginning is what everyone fucking remembers.
I'm fine with it. I think it's overrated because of the opening scene.
Yeah.
You know, it's celebrated as like the GOAT of PIXAR and the visual storytelling, but then like the rest of the movie is kind of random nonsense. Like, I think it's interesting how every plot element of Up literally comes out of nowhere. And has nothing to do with what's going on.
That's true.
Like, Kevin comes out of nowhere. Russell comes out of nowhere. Doug comes out of nowhere. The villain comes out of nowhere. It's pure coincidence.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
The main story is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
Kind of a dumb villain. Unnecessary villain. The story doesn't need a villain.
I don't know how he's not like 300 years old. Not literally, but like he was like already a middle-aged man when Carl went to the theater and like learned about him.
He's probably like 120. Like Mr. Burns. Play the clip of Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Is that really all we have to say?
That's kind of all I really have to say about Up.
Alright.
Honestly, I mean it's cute.
Sorry, Up fans, the Uppers.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's fine.
Russell's funny.
Yeah.
He's a fun little
Doug's
kid.
funny.
Yeah,
Cute
I like.
dog.
They're fun characters.
Carl's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about all there is to say.
All right, 13 is Inside Out.
Number 1. Inside Out 1?
Yes.
Okay, my 13 is Toy Story 3. Inside Out. Let's talk about Inside Out.
All right.
You want a piece of this, Pop?
Very fun concept of a movie. Like, it's cool seeing those ideas and shit, and like what they do with them visually.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun.
I'm gonna say Inside Out is too ambitious for me.
Well, yeah, it's a little more complicated
I think
of an idea than it presents itself.
I think this idea is it's just too ambitious, and I have the art book of Inside Out right over here. And like if you read it, you can see like how many different ideas they had for it and how many different versions of it they had. And I still don't think this is the right one. I think this is an idea that just shouldn't be a movie. Because it's just weird. I think actually the whole Woody argument where it's like, well, why would I care about a toy? It's a toy. This is the one time I think that. It's like they're literally not human beings. They're not real. They're not sentient. They actually don't exist.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's weird. It's hard for me to care. I also don't like, I don't know where you put the sequel, but one thing I think the sequel does a little bit better is incorporates the cast, where, you know,
2 is just sadness.
Joy and sadness is mostly the whole movie.
Yeah.
And the other 3, you're like, okay, I get why I would need joy and sadness. I kind of get anger, but what's with the other 2?
Yeah.
Like, they don't justify them or utilize them.
Even though she's my favorite, Disgust.
Yeah, like, that one's kind of stupid.
I love her, but
yeah,
her being one of the main emotions you get, according to the movie, is kind of strange, because I always just figured Disgust was a mixture of fear and anger.
Yeah, right?
Like, I don't really know why she's her own thing, because fear's already there. When you're disgusted by something, it's kind of like either fear or anger. Or both. You know? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the journey of this movie. I don't vibe with it that well.
Yeah. Bing Bong's sort of whatever, too.
Yeah.
But
I think they were trying a little too hard with Inside Out.
But it is,
for me,
really fun. I like that they kind of, like, the whatever, like, imagination shit they had going on in Pixar, they just, like, went off and Inside Out.
Yeah.
Like they had so many fun. They had so much fun with different concepts, and it was like nice to watch. Seeing like how they can do these different things in your fucking mind, but like visually, like how they do dreams and your imagination and train of thought and shit like that. It's cool. But yeah, I did always wonder, I mean, maybe it was solved in the movie that I figured out. I forgot if it was. It wouldn't be a movie if they did this, but like, it, like when they go through like the memory hallways and shit like that, and Joy had the core memories, like the little like orb guys can recall memories from there and like make Riley remember things. Because they kept throwing in the fucking gum jingle commercial. Why didn't they just do that with the core memories? Like, I don't know.
Writer's room didn't think of that one.
I don't know, but
Gotcha.
But yeah, Inside Out's a fun movie to me. It's very fun. And then number.
For me, we're still in 3-star territory.
Number 12 is Inside Out 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good. What? Number 12?
Yeah.
Number 12 for me is Monsters University.
Okay.
But I similarly had Inside Out 2, one above Inside Out.
Hello.
Right.
Because I think it is ever so slightly better. Actually, I don't know if I'd say better. I'd say more entertaining.
True.
I think the new characters are very fun.
Oh, I love the new characters.
Very fun. They're maybe the best thing about it.
I love the Anxiety's like one of my favorites.
Anxiety's great.
Her design and everything is just super fun.
How do you say the other?
Ennui.
Ennui's great.
Yeah.
They're all good. I like them.
Yeah. I said this to him, but I like the character, but I wish I could
Envy.
Yeah, I could. There's a little more with Envy.
I see that.
I wasn't really seeing much of that character like doing her.
Kind of just the sidekick.
Yeah.
To Anxiety.
Yeah.
I think this one also for me falls into kind of direct to DVD territory. This movie feels very short.
That's true.
I
It
felt
kind of
like
did.
It felt very short and fast, but not really in the good way. It also, again, doesn't feel deserved. I don't feel like it's saying anything. Like that, like what I said about the Woody thing, I felt it while watching 2 the most. Because it's like, I get it, but I don't really care about these characters. Because they're not real. Yeah. Like, even in universe, they're not real.
Yeah.
You know? And they aren't really saying much with Riley. It's, I don't know, I think this is a weird series.
Well, I think, like, that's, because she eventually became, like, really self-aware. Like, honest with herself. Because, again, like, the whole movie, she's like, I'm a good person. Yeah. I'm, like, the best thing ever. I'm, like, a perfect friend. I'm a perfect daughter. Yada, yada. And that was all, like, Joy making her have only positive thoughts about herself. And completely got rid of, like, the flaws. It's like, yeah, I have no flaws. I'm forgetting about all my flaws. I'm perfect, you know what I mean? So it was kind of nice seeing that, because that was something that irked me a little until they completely, like, got rid of it. When I was watching it in the movie, I'm like, oh, it's a little corny that she's like, oh, I'm a good person. We gotta save the I'm a good person sense of self. But then they changed it up, put all the other, like, flaws in the sense of self, and it's like, yeah, I can be a bitch. I can be selfish, I can be greedy, I can be, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, she's growing up, she's being more aware of who she really is, type of thing.
I don't know, it's just a weird idea. Both of them, I think. Like, I can see a movie where the whole idea of the different things where it's I'm a good person and I'm not good enough. I can see that being a good idea if, like, Riley herself was battling that alongside the emotions in her head, like they mimicked each other.
Yeah.
But they don't. And I think that's weird.
I thought it was kind of cool because they're always controlling Riley and shit like that. At the end of the movie, I mean, like, I don't think people should be watching this if you don't want spoilers. But
spoilers, it's out. You can pirate it.
Yeah. At the end of the movie, she's all like, "Oh, it's like Riley wants you. Like Riley wants you to come over here instead of Joy doing it herself and controlling her and making her happy." It's like this time, like, oh, she had like a panic attack. It's like she wants to be happy. She wants her, so I thought that was kind of cool too. Yeah. But yeah, Inside Out 2. I love the new guys a lot. Their designs are fun.
Yeah, and chalk it up to another great animated film with a very realistic depiction of a panic attack.
That one actually freaked me out. I don't know. It makes me...
It's pretty cool.
Have like an adrenaline rush. I fucking love the scene where she's like frozen in place and stuff. I fucking love that so much.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
That's like the one time where like the emotion stuff mimicked her.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Like, I want more of that.
But yeah, that scene was crazy to me. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Inside Out 2. Number 11 is Soul.
My number 11 is Toy Story 4.
Ooh.
Soul didn't crack the top 10, eh?
No, almost there.
Alright, Soul. Second time watching this one. I think I like it less.
Really?
But still mostly the same. I don't know, first time I watched this, I remember it hitting pretty hard.
Yeah.
There's things that I don't love about it, for sure. I don't know, this one is kind of bizarre. I think the ending, for me, is kind of what tanks it a little bit. I think that, in theory, it's nice, but in execution, it's a little strange for me. That, I don't know, like, it feels like they could just keep going, and it's like, oh, I get my second chance at life.
Right.
That's a little weird. I don't know. I think this movie also kind of has, like, tonal issues, maybe. Because, like, it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's really funny.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I like it a lot.
No, yeah. Yeah, it has a really... I mean, again, like, you could argue about some Pixar movies even being kids' movies sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
this is one of those where maybe it's probably not. Like, it's...
Probably not.
It does entertaining stuff like a kids' movie.
I actually don't know what kids would like about it.
Yeah, that's true. They wouldn't understand it, really. Because it does, like, a really specific... It says a really specific thing. Yeah. That I don't think kids could really care to comprehend.
It's very mature.
Yeah.
Which I always commend them for doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like their stuff is getting more mature.
Yeah, true. But I think it's really interesting, and especially since, like, Wish came out and I know what Wish is about. Really interesting how they made a movie that said following your dreams isn't, like, the end of your story. Or, like, following your dreams. Like, sure, okay, maybe you did follow your dreams, you got it. Now what? You gotta keep going. Like, you're not dead. It's not over. And because of that, maybe it's not very, like, satisfying to get it. It's like, well, shit, alright. And I love that, the 22 character, she gets to go to Earth just because she just likes to live, which is really nice. But I think it's really interesting that that's what the movie's trying to say, is that, like, it's not your, like, talent or your dream or whatever that, like, completely makes you, honestly. Yeah. That makes you worthy of living, makes you a human being, stuff like that. Which is interesting because Wish is kind of the opposite of that. Because I know the plot of Wish, it's, like, literally, like, your wish, your dream is what makes you. And blah, blah, blah.
That's funny.
And I heard that, like, if, in the movie, if your wish or dream is taken away from you, like the villain takes it, then you're nothing.
That's funny compared to this one.
Yeah, it really is. I can't... God.
And we haven't seen Wish yet.
Yeah,
that's our last one.
I've heard a lot about it, and I know that, like, I guess the townspeople were, like, dull and don't know what to do with their lives, and shit because their dreams, their wishes
Interesting.
are out of them or something. And that's like, you're finally whole again once you got it, or blah blah blah, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's Soul, that's like, that's not all there is to you.
Yeah, and I remember, like, the first time I watched Soul, and it does that whole, like, montage of life where he's playing the piano.
Yeah.
I was almost like, is he just gonna kill himself? Like, how do we go from here? Or is he just gonna, like, randomly die of natural causes or something? Because I was like, where do we go from here?
Well, technically, he kind of did until they gave him a second chance.
Right.
He kind of did just die right there in the piano. Because
Yeah.
that's when he came back.
That's true.
Yes.
Or I think he just got in the zone.
Yeah, but again, like, if they were gonna put him back
that's true. They were.
on the so he would have died right there on
brain
the piano.
hemorrhage or something.
Yeah, just some random fucking kidney failure.
I almost wish, like, Pixar could make movies exactly how they wanted, because I do want to see a fully mature version of this concept.
Yeah.
Maybe just someone else should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to see this concept without, like, the funny cat.
Yeah.
Or the weird guy.
That's true, yeah.
Like, that...
Because, again, that's more of the silly stuff. Yeah.
Like, that's one of the ones... I actually think Nemo is one, too, where you can tell the parts that they added because it wasn't childish enough.
Yeah.
And that bugs me a little bit.
But yeah, Soul, really good. Heavy stuff.
It's good. It also has a really good score.
Well, yeah, it does.
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the goats.
And I like the barbershop scene.
Yeah, that stuff's funny.
Where he's talking to everyone, and it's interesting that 22 being in his body, because he's so like caught up in his dream as him.
Yeah. When
he was himself. But then 22 was in his body. Her purpose is to just live.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was living in his body, like, finally. Like, she, like, in his body was, like, finally, like, sparking conversations with people.
Yeah.
And, like, getting to know them for once, instead of talking about jazz all the time.
Yeah. Also, great looking movie.
Yeah. No, it looks
one of my
great.
favorites visually.
Yeah.
Great designs, probably because they didn't have to... They could cut away into a different universe visually.
Mm-hmm.
I love the weird wireframe people.
I love those guys.
Love it.
I love their little voices too.
Makes me think of all of the other reindeer.
It's so their little voices are so satisfying to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Soul.
Soul's really good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, and that little quote that the girl he admires did was really cool too. Where she said
like the birds or whatever?
About the fish and stuff.
Oh yeah, the fish, yeah.
So like, oh, I want to go to the ocean. Oh, you're in the ocean. No, this is water. I want the ocean. It's like, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Number 10.
Number 10.
You want to guess?
You're number 10?
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
No. You get 3 tries. Because we're in the top 10. I'll give you a clue. We're just talking about it. It's Finding Nemo.
Oh, that's your number 10?
Yeah.
Wow. My number 10 is The Incredibles.
Ooh, Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Fucking, to me, fucking hilarious movie. That shit makes me crack the fuck up. Just everything that's going on. It's just making me laugh. For no reason.
And I agree. Now let's get into the meat and stuff.
I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. It's a fun movie.
Finding Nemo, to me, is one that I did grow up with. So even though I'm nostalgic for it, I don't feel the same I did as a kid. This movie, as a kid, for me, kind of felt always like unpleasant.
Mm.
And now, as an adult, I feel like they were almost there with it. And I have the hot take, clearly, the unpopular opinion. Everyone loves Finding Nemo, which is fair. I feel like this movie, it's basically what I just said about Soul. I wish it wasn't for kids.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's so many moments in it where they were like, this story is too depressing. We have to do a bunch of jokes to make it for kids. Like the Turtles.
Right.
I think the Tank Gang's whole purpose is that. Even like most of Dory's shit is that. The jellyfish, like a lot of it. And I don't like it. I don't like that about it. I feel like it's wasting time. It's a very mature movie otherwise, which I respect. But I don't know.
Well,
I feel like nowadays, if they made it now, it probably would be better. Because they wouldn't need to do that?
Yeah.
Or I think nowadays, they mostly have a good idea of how to do that. Where it can be a mature movie, but also for kids, but not, like, outwardly.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there's literally fart jokes in Finding Nemo.
They're funny.
They're funny, but, like, come on.
They're funny, dude.
They're funny.
Pelicans, the little bubbles come out, and he's like, nice.
They're funny in a box, but, like, if you look at the whole picture, it's like, come on. What is the tone of this, really?
Ooh.
Like, you just said it's a hilarious movie.
It is.
Why? Why is it funny?
It's just funny.
It's not supposed to be funny. To me, that movie shouldn't be funny. Or at least as funny as it is.
Well, now that we're in the top 10, I'd like to, like, quickly share that I have a deep fondness for the older Pixar movies. Toy Story to The Incredibles. Except for, sadly, Bug's Life. That's, like, the dud of the bunch. So, like, from now on, I'm gonna be like, oh, if I talk about a classic Pixar movie, I'm gonna be like, it's funny. I think it's, like, naturally funny, like, the whole way through. Or entertaining. Or has a vibe. Didn't you say something about that?
I think it's because it's just all the same people.
Yeah.
Like, all the same people worked on all those movies.
I also just like the old CGI. It's just, like... It's a look that can't really be done anymore, obviously. But, like, I look at it, and, like, I see more of their identity because of it. Because they were the CGI people. And now, like, obviously, they gotta try new things, because everything's fucking CGI now. That's not their thing anymore.
Which is good.
Yeah. But, you know, I look at the old ones, I'm like, this is Pixar. Like, this is just Pixar.
Okay.
That's just how I feel about it. But, yeah. Instead of, like, you look at some of them and you're like, was this Disney animation or Pixar? If you don't completely know. I'm like, this is Pixar.
Yeah.
These are the Pixar movies.
Is that all about Nemo?
Yep. Pretty much. I love Nemo. You're whatever with it.
I'm whatever with it.
Yeah. All the kids die in the beginning.
Yeah.
All that shit.
That's a great scene. I'll stand by that one for sure.
Oh yeah, I like the whole like shark like rehab shit.
That's fun.
Yeah, I also like that it's pretty much implied that because there's the little joke. It's like, do you have your little fish buddy? And there's the little fucking green twerp looking dude and he's scared. He's not scared because like he's a little fish and he's around shark. He's scared because he's part of the group and he eats fish. And he's like shaking because he's like going through fucking rehab or some shit like that. That was a neat little thing that I didn't know about till like now. Anyway, number 9 is Toy Story 3.
My number 9 is Soul.
Okay.
Toy Story 3.
Oh boy.
Infinity and beyond.
I saw this in drive-in.
I just saw it in theaters.
I saw it in drive-in. It was like a whole thing. I cried. I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Toy Story 3. It's my least favorite of the 4.
It's my third favorite.
It's good. I like it.
I don't know. I love the prison break shit. I like the setting. I like the daycare setting a lot. The villain's a little bitch. Then there's the fucking end, which I guess, you know, like doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna be a bitch about it. It's not as fun. I wish it wasn't as dark. I wish it wasn't as genuinely depressing as it is. Like, that movie is not fun to watch whatsoever. It's just miserable the whole time. And it's like, I like these guys.
Oh no!
I don't want to watch this.
No.
That's my problem with it.
No.
It's fucking bleak as hell.
No.
From minute 1 to whatever, 90 or something like that.
Mm.
It's bleak. I don't like that about it.
They're going through it.
I know, but fuck, man.
Andy's growing up.
But then 4 is so much fun.
Yeah.
Even though it does kind of, you know.
That's depressing. He don't got his bud no more.
Yeah, but he's happy about it.
Yeah, but it's fucking Woody and Buzz.
Yeah, but he's happy about
Those
it.
are my guys.
Hey. But 3 is so, like, dark and green, and I don't like it.
Green.
Everything is green.
Is it because of the fucking kid boogers everywhere?
No, that's just the color that movie emanates for me. It's just dark green.
Damn.
Like, sewer green. I don't know. It's unpleasant for me. I think Lotso's fun. I'm actually, but Lotso is literally just the prospector again.
Yeah.
Maybe more fleshed out, but it's just the prospector again. And people have argued before that 3 is just 2 again.
But it has Barbie in it.
She was in 2.
But she's really in 3. And there's the funny part where all the kids are disgusting and horrifying.
I don't like that part.
You're scared of that part.
I am scared of that part. Listen, we haven't touched upon this, but like, look at it. One of the key themes of Pixar is that nothing to them is scarier than like young kids.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Tin Toy.
Yeah.
The fucking monstrous baby.
Yeah, that
Toy Story 3, the daycare. Finding Dory, the
fucking touch
stingray
pull,
thing.
The touch pull shit with the hands
Oh
grabbing
my God.
them and all the animals are screaming.
Yeah.
Ugh. God.
Even Toy Story 2, the ending with Prospector.
Yeah.
Where he's in the girl's backpack. It's like, Jesus. Or even Sid!
Yeah, true.
Like, what the hell is with that?
Evil young children.
Evil children. Or just children.
Yeah.
Not even evil.
Jack.
Yeah.
Perhaps, if you want to count him.
The girl from Nemo, the dentist.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yes, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell is with that shit?
I forgot to mention the goat in Finding Nemo where his jaw drops through the fucking glass. Oh, that shit's so fucking funny.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Well, we're at number, what, 8?
Yes, 8 is Turning Red.
8? Okay, so for me, 8 is Luca, and everything from here is at least 4 stars for me, so I love them. These are my guys.
Alright.
Turning Red, let's talk about Turning Red.
I love Turning Red. I've actually watched it a lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I love that movie, honestly.
I've seen it twice.
I love it. It's fun. The characters are fun. The art style is fun. I love the mom. I love the movie a lot.
This is another one I just feel like a jerk about, because when it was being teased and stuff,
I was whatever with it.
everyone was dogging on it, because it looked cringe,
Yeah.
and like I was kind of jumping on that.
Here's the thing
And I
about
remember
that.
both of us were like weary about it.
Yeah.
And then we saw it would be Disney Plus, not in theaters, and we were like, well, let's just watch it.
Yeah.
And then we fucking loved it.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Turning Red that I like, with the whole cringe thing,
Yeah.
I love when characters are, like, in-universe cringe. Like, they're not being cringe to make us laugh.
Right.
They're being cringe because that's who they are.
Yeah.
And that's the exact same thing they do in the Captain Underpants movie.
Yeah.
It's the two boys.
Yeah.
They love the fart jokes and the underwear jokes and all that because that's just what they find funny.
Yeah.
It's not us trying to make us laugh. It's nice seeing them think that's funny.
Right.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Turning Red, but with girls. Where they're acting like cringy girls, but in universe, that's what they want to do.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, cringy humor, haha humor, because, like, they're out of touch, and it's so like, oh, yeah, haha. Yeah. It's nice. It's cute. And yeah, it's a nice story. It's one of those more chill, personal stories again.
So yeah, I'm gonna say what I love the most about it. I think in most American animation, like, there's not really individual vision.
Mm.
Like, you have your Henry Selick's, Wes Anderson's, and I'd say Brad Bird's.
Oh, yeah.
Where that movie is theirs.
Yeah.
They directed it, they wrote it.
That's
their
the
idea.
Brad Bird movie.
Yeah. And there's not much of that, like, at all.
Yeah.
And with Pixar especially, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the few where it is like that.
That was Luca too.
Yeah, Luca as well. It was a very
personal story.
Luca, and especially this one. I assume the director of Luca did a short film.
Mm.
I don't know what it was though. But the director of Turning
Oh,
Red.
wasn't it? Maybe not. Maybe it's because it's Italian again. But wasn't there a Pixar short where it was like a little Italian kid and he goes to the moon and he's like sweeping up stars on it and stuff?
We can fact check it.
Yeah.
It could have been. But the director of Turning Red did Bao.
Yeah, that's right. And I like Bao.
And I love Bao. Yeah. And like you watch them both and you're like, well, yeah.
And if you didn't understand Bao, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
They both look the same. They're both about the same shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I want more of that. I need them to do more of that.
No, again, it's like a Ghibli thing.
It's just like a Ghibli thing.
Yeah.
Again, like Miyazaki, like that's another person.
Yeah.
It's just like that. It's like that movie told me everything about the person who made it.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it's, again, extremely personal because it takes place in, like, 2002.
2002, Toronto.
Yeah, like, it's very specific.
Yeah, and I love that. I just love that about it. It felt so... I think even Elemental felt that way. It just wasn't the strongest movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Elemental was a personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I just need more of that because it feels so fresh.
Yeah.
Because, like... Again, like, if you go, like... Toy Story, for example.
Yeah.
Directed by John Lasseter. The script was written by like 5 people.
Yeah.
There's like 6 other people credited for the story.
Mm.
Different people storyboarded. Like they're like great movie.
Yeah.
But no, it's no one's vision.
And
there's no one like leading the project necessarily.
Yeah.
With the ideas, which is fine. Like that's not necessarily a bad thing. But man, it just feels so fresh when there's new voices.
And I mentioned this earlier, but now that we're on the movie, I can talk about it a little more. That I mentioned when we were talking about Brave, and I was like, Turning Red's kind of the same thing, but better. Because it's a mother-daughter thing. One of them turns into a big bear.
Yeah.
And one has red hair. Like, I mean, like, other than the little things like that, it's the mother-daughter type of thing. Mm-hmm. And having to learn to, like, accept and love each other and shit like that. But, I don't know. Like, it's more entertaining. It's more personal, obviously, because it's modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the concept. I thought this was really neat, because also I can kind of relate to it. In a way where, because whenever there's, like, a parent-kid type of thing, and they have, like, conflicts, it's usually, like, the parent just does not approve of the kid for any reason. The mom in Brave was just, they were completely butting heads. I completely don't like how you're acting, the person you're trying to be, when you should be this.
Yeah.
Well, in Turning Red, they kind of, again, where tropes are a little different. She says in the beginning of the movie, the main character, Mei, she says, I'm my own person, I'm a goofball, I dress like a goofball, I have a little Tamagotchi, I'm weird, and my mom knows it, but she's still strict. Mm-hmm. Which I don't see very often.
It's yeah.
She still lets her be her own person, but there's still a problem. It's not completely solved.
Right.
Which is really interesting to me. Like, yeah, I know who I am, I know what I like, I act the way I do, but I'm still restricted.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting and new. And I really liked that.
It's like her mom, like, is 50-50 with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, she went through it with her mom and she resents that.
Yeah.
But she also kind of wants to do it.
Yeah.
But she pulls back,
Yeah, it is definitely like you can see, it's just like, okay, I was completely restricted from my mom, so I'm going to let my kid be herself. But I'm still stern. And I love the mom. I love the mom character so much.
Yeah.
She's really great and interesting. Yeah, I love a lot of the characters in that movie. I love the grandma and the funny aunts that come in and the friends. For once, I love when this finally happens in Disney and Pixar movies, because typically sometimes and they've been lately, I've noticed this, they really like to do kind of unnecessary friend groups that I don't really care about. Or just groups in Lightyear. I don't care about these misfit guys he's hanging out with, or just shit like that. Just these. I didn't care about Riley's friends in Inside Out 2.
No.
These new guys that are supposed to be the friends or colleagues of these characters that I really don't care about.
Yeah.
In Turning Red, they make it very clear that these guys are important. Her goofy friend group.
Yeah.
They're very important to her. They're the strong thing that she holds on to.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's nice that I actually like the goofy little friends that she has. They did good with that, which is funny because the goofy friends were what people were making fun of before the movie came out.
I know. Oh gosh, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, no, I love them. They're funny, and it really is nice seeing girlhood when you're little, being so excited about the same thing. It's nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just so giddy and excited about this one thing that they share together, and it's nice.
Yeah.
And it takes a sort of a backseat, but the whole thing with the panda sort of representing periods in a way. When it does actually kind of represent it, it's kind of real, because there's the part where her tail pops out in school and she tries to hide it, which kind of represents you bled out.
Yeah.
It's on your pants, which is fucking real, because I went through that and it sucks. Oh god, it's embarrassing. And then there's the part where she's in her new empty room. It's her first day, or second day in that room, and she's slamming against the wall, and she's like, "Make it stop! I hate it." It's cramps in a way, and that one really, I could see it, and they did a good job with that, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Turning Red. I love it a lot. I fucking love the end when they're in the concert thing and they're trying to save the mom and the boy band's singing along with them and stuff. I'm like, ooh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Good movie, and I like the songs too.
For me, Turning Red is their best movie since WALL-E.
That's what one of our friends said.
Nice.
But number 7 is Monsters Inc.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, just the other guy's better. This is just always going to be the explanation.
Oh.
It's this one's far over here. It's just because I like the other guys. Yeah.
My number 7 is Coco.
Okay. Well, okay. Monsters Inc.
Wow.
Fucking
okay.
Great characters. They go.
Man.
I saw somebody mention that it's crazy that's the only thing with John Goodman and Billy Crystal, because they kind of go.
I know.
They kind of go off of each other really.
They're
well
really good.
Yeah, they're a good duo in that movie.
I think Monsters Inc. is just crazy to me. It's only gotten better with age. Because as a kid, I honestly didn't grow up with it. I love it.
No,
I think
I watched it a lot as a kid.
It's stupid.
I watched a lot of the old ones so much as a kid.
To me, Monsters Inc. is one of those movies that's actually so simple and easy, and from you look at it and you're like, it's just another Pixar, but you're like, wait, it's actually kind of amazing.
Yeah. Just
out of nowhere.
And also just being able to just point your finger up we should make a movie about the monsters in your fucking closet having this whole fucking thing where they need to have energy and making you scream. Like, who's the fucking goat who came up with that?
Like, I don't know, that's just one of the ones that dumbfounds me, because it's just not saying a lot. The characters are so simple, but it's so good.
Yeah.
It's
great.
Good. It's so hilarious. The pacing of it's great. It's like maybe 90 minutes. It feels so lightning fast, just like nonstop great creative ideas and energy.
Yeah.
Great villain that like they didn't even need to make deep or anything.
Yeah.
He's just fun. The cast is like crazy great.
A believable twist villain, honestly.
A believable twist villain.
Yeah.
Again, like Billy Crystal and John Goodman, like you just crafted a great duo there out of nowhere, and then they never did anything together again.
I know.
Steve Buscemi's great. Like Jennifer Tilly, you almost forget she's there.
Yeah.
But like that's great. Like you get reminded. The Mike was out. The clerk lady, Wazowski.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
You almost forget that's there. The Doors is great.
Yeah. And we're gonna get a write-off.
It's so creative.
So awesome.
And then like the ending makes you fucking cry.
Yeah. And
The whole what the fuck,
the whole
man?
Sully and Boo thing is cute.
Yeah.
And then like, jeez.
It's like they were just cooking.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They just cooked. They just cooked.
Yeah.
They weren't making an opus. They just cooked, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good ass movie.
It's a good ass movie. That's all there is to say.
Fun
about
designs, and again,
great designs.
older Pixar makes me laugh all the fucking time.
It's fucking hilarious.
And just even the little thing. That's the thing with most older Pixar. Even the little things, like they're just simply delivering a line.
Like all the great gags.
Like Bro, when they're like interviewing the guy, and he's like, "You shook me like a doll," and then Bro pops up right in front of the camera, he's like, "It's true, I saw the whole thing." That shit fucking makes me laugh.
It's so good.
But yeah, great, fun movie, really interesting concept and idea
Yeah.
to build on. Like, yeah, sure, they're trying to get energy. They're trying to freak you out just because, like,
Yeah.
no harm, no foul. Just, we need energy.
Yeah.
Dope shit. They're good guys.
Love it. And
Anyway.
always just every time I watch it, I feel like it goes up more.
Yeah. All right. Number 6.
My 6 is turning red.
My 6 is the OG.
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Wow.
Okay, Buzz, when I say go, we're gonna jump in the basket. Buzz!
Now, here's what I think's really great about this movie.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of great things about this movie.
I could almost copy and paste what I said about Monsters Inc. here.
Yeah, true.
It's basically the same.
But the concept, okay, yeah, living toys, that shit. Fucking, love how absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing in this entire movie drags.
Yeah, I think that's all, like, in my head it's not a perfect movie, but sometimes when I watch it I'm like, it's kind of undeniable.
Yeah.
Because, like,
they use, like, every minute.
it's 81 minutes.
Yeah.
That's an hour and 20 minutes. That's an extremely short movie.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's there.
Yeah. Every single, like, second of that movie is used.
It's not a wasted second.
Yeah.
The pacing of that is so crazy.
Like, you're actually like, wait, damn, we're here? Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Like, it's crazy.
And it's like, as a kid, that felt like a movie to me.
Yeah.
Like, there was all the different parts. Like, okay, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And now when I watch it, I'm like, damn, it's done. That's just Toy Story.
Yeah.
Like, that's all they had to do.
They Toy Story'd, bro.
Like, that's crazy to me. And this is another one where, for me, like, everything about it is just great.
And I'm honestly, like, astounded by this is the first, like, feature-length, like, CGI
movie.
And it's this?
Yeah.
Like, it's not some bullshit, like, trivia fact, like, oh, blah, blah, blah from over there made the first feature-length CGI. You made Toy Story.
It's just one of the most popular movies ever.
We all still love these guys. It's not like we're pretending to just because it's the first CGI movie.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's
Woody
still, like,
and Buzz were in the first CGI fucking movie.
Yeah, they were the ones that kick it off.
Like, huh? Damn, like no bullshit. Straight to the fucking point.
Just straight to it, yeah.
Straight to the point, CGI's kicking ass.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And it blew up.
Yep.
Everyone wanted Buzz Lightyear. They killed it.
Yeah.
And it's not even that bad looking.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think, like,
I think it looks kind of great for being the first CGI movie.
It's dated for sure.
Yeah.
The humans and
the humans and the dog
and
look
the
like
dog
shit.
look like fucking shit.
But
also, like, they maybe... I mean, they're in the background, though, so maybe they could have looked a little bit better if they were the main characters.
And even then, the dog looking like shit, like, just helps make it scary, because it's supposed to be a scary character. Yeah. He's chasing motherfuckers, and you're like, oh, they're done.
But I digress. I've always said this. I feel like there's DreamWorks movies from the late 2000s that still look worse than Toy Story 1.
It looks great.
It looks fine.
Again.
And, like, it's because they knew what to do. Like,
yeah.
I think, like, early Pixar, you could compare it to, like, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Like, they knew their limitations, so they worked around that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't do what DreamWorks did,
they made
where
plastic toys.
They knew their CGI was extremely primitive, but they still did. They still tried to do realistic human faces.
Yeah.
Like an ant.
Yeah.
Looks fucking terrible. Or even Shrek looks like shit.
Yeah.
Toy Story, like, the art direction of it's great. Everything's bright and colorful and simple.
Yeah.
Like a toy should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get we're making the first CGI movie, our character's gonna be plastic.
Yeah.
Because that's easy.
Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. We can make the characters not look realistic. All that shit. Really nice. Really fucking great, funny.
It's just great.
Awesome movie.
Like, Woody is great. Like that's another thing. Like, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen have never done a movie with each other.
Yeah. Another one of those things. The movie's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I think one of my favorite comedies ever. Yeah. 1 and 2. And like I was gonna say, like, the whole cast is perfect. Like Wallace Shawn, Don Rickles, Jim Varney, Annie Potts, the girl from Ghostbusters. She's great. They're all great.
Toy Story. Love to
Ever
see
seen it?
Alright, number 5. Top 5. Alright, now we're top 5. Guess. You got like 5 movies to choose from.
I already looked at it.
Alright, fuck me.
Your top 5 is my number 1.
Yeah. Ratatouille.
My number 5 is Toy Story, which we just talked about.
Yeah.
If you want to rewind the video.
In case you forgot.
Yeah. Okay, Ratatouille is my number 1 pick.
It is an excellent film.
It's actually a recent revelation that this is my favorite. Because when...
You cried at the end.
I cried at the end. Look.
It's okay. Remy got his little restaurant. It's cute.
I don't really cry at movies. 90% of the movies I've cried at were animated movies for kids. My Neighbor Totoro makes me cry.
Yeah.
Because it's just sweet. Just like
Marcel.
the ending. Marcel the Shell with shoes on. The only movie where I was bawling my eyes out for most of the runtime. Just because it was
Little
cute.
guy.
Yeah. Ratatouille.
So, Ratatouille.
So, but what I was going to say is, when we started this, I was pretty confident that WALL-E would be number 1. And then we got to this one, which is one that is another one I was obviously familiar with but didn't grow up with. Mm-hmm. So I only watched it a couple times. And we watched it and I was like, this is easily the best one. For me, it's easily number 1.
Now, it is an excellent movie. It's more Brad Bird, which I can't complain.
Yeah.
Again, smartly written.
Very smart. I think, like, weirdly, this is one of the other ones that doesn't feel like it's for kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, it's a talking rat. I feel like they made him talk because it's for kids.
I was gonna say, that's one of my flaws
and
for
people
it.
say that. I kind of disagree. I don't feel like it impacts anything, really.
I'm whatever when he talks. I don't care.
I know. I mean, I
don't care about his whole family subplot.
Yeah.
Kind of at all. If you took it away, I would have loved the movie even more, honestly. Because I don't care about those guys. I don't know.
I don't know.
I do like that he gets them all to, but again, he could have gotten them all to do it without talking. Like, here's all my friends.
Maybe.
I do agree that they probably made him talk to make him more like kid.
They probably did.
But I would have loved it more if he was this cute, because most of it is him not talking.
Well, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Which is why it doesn't bother me.
He doesn't talk all that much in the movie. But, which is crazy, because it opens with him, like, being the main thing. Talking to his brother and shit. But, yeah, I realize, like, when he's, like, working with Linguini and stuff, and he's just this little dude that stares at him and stuff, I'm like, I like this better! I like when he's not saying anything!
Yeah.
He's just cute little rat that's Bro found this little rat, he's cooking, and he's a little guy. Yeah. I don't know, I like that a lot. I also... Like, there's some things that really, like, push the movie back from being, like, one of the best ones. But the evil chef guy, like, I'm kind of whatever about that subplot, too. It's mainly the critic that really does it. Like, there's just the evil chef dude.
I love it. I love that stuff, because it feels like another movie where there's not a plot... There's an idea. Yeah. And then things just kind of come out of it. Yeah. I feel like it would be boring if from, like, as soon as he's in the restaurant, there's a goal, like, that they're just working towards for the rest of the movie. And that's not how it is. I love that about it.
It's really good. And the fucking end is great.
The ending's great. Yeah. Again, like Brad Bird. He's one of the few that he puts a lot of, like, his own ideas and thoughts into his movies. I think this one more than Incredibles. It's one of them that, like, blatantly has something to say, which I think is good. To the point where, like, adults on Twitter are still misunderstanding it. Yeah. Which is weird.
Good message.
Love everything about it.
Good little message.
Yeah.
Not everyone, or whatever bro said.
It's just everyone can cook. Yeah. Pretty much. Basically. All art is meaningful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone can do it. Yeah. Anyone has the ability to do it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a great little message, using a little boy, a little rat. Mm-hmm. And he gets his little restaurant, and it's cute. Yeah. And the whole critic thing's really cool to me. Yeah. Ratatouille, little bro. Alright, number 4. Is Coco.
Monsters, Inc.
Alright.
I know your great-great-grandpa.
Coco for me was number 7. I debated on it being either above or under Turning Red. And I put it under because I care so much more about Turning Red. Right. Honestly, Coco, I think, is definitely one of their best technically. Like, great story, not much. They haven't done much that hits harder than Miguel singing Mama Coco the song. Yeah. Ooh. It's really, really good. Yeah. Love his guy. Yeah, his the dude. Yeah. The skull. What's his name?
Hector.
Hector. Love Hector. Yeah. The twists are good. The overall setting is very, very fun and creative. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot to love about it.
I just love the whole build-up. Especially, I love watching it with people who haven't seen it, and you didn't really remember it. Yeah. So it's nice, like, when you just really think that Ernesto de la Cruz is just his great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah, it's weirdly like a mystery. Yeah. Like, it has legit turns and twists. Yeah. Which is fun.
Like, it was satisfying seeing you believe that. Yeah. As someone who's seen the movie. I'm like, ooh, that's not true.
Because I just forget.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, they kind of set it up like it's obvious. Like, that's him. Hell, I believed it. I was like, that's obviously his that's his family. Yeah. Like, I believed it too. And then they switched it up. It's like, oh no, bro is. And he wants to see his daughter. And he didn't die by choking on a churro. He actually got fucking poisoned. Killed. Yeah. I'm like, well, shit, dude. That's dope. But yeah, I love the movie. I love the setting and the characters and all that, like what you said. It's just nice, and I like watching it with how they like twist and turn shit like that. It's really cool.
Like, I think Pixar, when they have the right energy, it really hits. I think like Coco, Monsters Inc., Toy Story 1 and 2, like it's like a burst of energy. Mm-hmm. Just like,
yeah.
And then we're done.
Yeah. And it's satisfying to watch that.
That's their best like structure.
Yeah. You cried.
I cried a little bit.
Yeah, I saw you shaking your head when Coco died. Because I knew it was getting. I knew it was getting worse for you.
I knew it was gonna happen. Right. Yeah. Like, I don't like their worst movies like start and stop a lot. Like we were talking about Elemental. Like there's so many ideas that keep like being intercut in between each other. Mm-hmm. It's like these good ones. They just go. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
It's like a ride. It's like, woo.
It is, honestly.
Yeah. And I always get excited for when those movies come up. I was so excited for Turning Red.
Like, they almost, like, give you adrenaline.
Yeah.
Which is what a good movie should do.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, I like this part. Oh, I like this part. Oh, I like this part. Oh, I like this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coco was doing that for me, too.
Coco was good.
Yeah. Good, great movie.
Yes.
That's number 4. All right. Woo. My top 3.
Top 3. What is your number 3?
Toy Story 2.
Mine is WALL-E.
All right.
Toy Story 2.
But I don't want to use my hand.
This was my number 3, and then we rewatched it, and then I moved it to number 2.
For 2.
Yeah.
And they do this in the poster.
Because I don't think WALL-E is perfect, but I do think Toy Story 2 and Ratatouille are, for me, they're perfect. Toy Story 2, again, it seems so easy, and you look at it and you're like, that's not a perfect movie. But what are the flaws? I only got one. I wanted to say fault and flaws.
I only got one.
What?
Where I'm like, I don't want to watch this part. It's the baggage claim part. Where they're all like, I'm like, okay. This is the final part. They're gonna beat Prospector. Whatever. Okay. Whatever with like them in the plane, and they gotta like do the little Indiana Jones fucking swing or whatever the fuck.
I like that part.
I'm whatever with it, honestly. But everything else is so fucking good. Fucking amazing. Like they killed it by putting in Jessie and Bullseye.
Great Sideshow new characters. Yeah, Sideshow Bob.
Like, that's, again, this is adding on to Toy Story 2. It's adding on to, because Toy Story is the first CGI movie. You made the second one, and it's also, I mean, they're making, the whole franchise is pretty, like, they were really trying with that. Yeah. Yeah. Which is really nice to see, considering, again, it's the first one. Yeah. You'd think that the first shot would be kind of bullshit. It's like, okay, it's their first one. It's their first one. You'd think, like, Bug's Life would be their first one.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's their first one, but I respect it because it's the first CGI.
Like, no, the first CGI animated film is debatably perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at. And, like, look, I'm gonna
And they made a sequel not too long ago.
I'm gonna be real, you can't say that about Snow White.
Yeah.
The movie's not debatably perfect.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's good.
But
you can love it a lot.
Yeah, but it's not perfect.
You can't argue that.
Toy Story is just a good movie.
Toy Story's great.
Yeah.
And 2, I mean, again, I think this is one of the best sequels of all time, whereas we have one of the worst with Cars 2.
Yeah.
It builds
Damn, Pixar.
Like, literally, they have the very top and the very bottom for sequels.
Yeah.
It's weird. And what's even weirder is they're directed by the same fucking person. John Lasseter. He did Toy Story 2 and Cars 2. And in the span of like 10 years. They're like 10 years apart, 12 years. Like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
But anyway, it builds upon the original. It reflects on the original.
And they managed to make Buzz a good character after his whole character was something else in the first movie.
Same with Woody.
Yeah, true.
He's different.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
And you still love them.
Because they've evolved as like humans. They add new characters that are iconic.
settings that are cool.
Jesse is important for the rest of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves fucking Al.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke.
Zurg is iconic. Like, it's all great.
Yeah. Like, damn, they just kept going.
You get more history of Woody that we didn't have.
Yeah, and they finally started... That's when they start to kick off the whole route of Toy Story.
Yeah.
Because Toy Story 1, like, it's a little more simple.
Yeah.
He's jealous of bro.
This is like a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2, that's when they really actually just start getting into the heavy stuff. Like, the meaning of being a toy.
Yeah.
And... the eternal battles that Woody has with being a toy, which again, like, I will say, like, comes in for 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when they really kick off that part, which is what people like love about the movies.
Yeah.
And it's in 2, which is really
it's right
nice.
There in 2.
You start to really respect Woody instead of, oh, he's the bitch ass that's jealous of Buzz.
Yeah.
And then he learns to like him. No, Woody's like a really deep, meaningful thing in 2 now.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And it's a really hard decision. Like, it's a realistically hard decision, which I respect.
Yeah.
Which is, do I stay with this kid that's gonna grow up and throw me away, which does happen, or do I be loved by many forever? And you gotta decide, okay.
But it's not fulfilling for me.
Yeah, so you gotta decide. And it's a realistic, hard decision to go through.
Right.
Which is really nice. And it's not like, okay, one's clearly bad, one's clearly good. Because even then, like, if he chose to go to the museum, then sure. You know what I mean? That's what Prospector wanted to do. He didn't want to be a toy, he wanted to be that. That was his thing he wanted to do. So it's not really like an evil... this or that, this is obviously bad, it's just what does it mean to Woody?
And the Prospector's a twist villain too.
Yeah, he is.
He's not a villain until, honestly, Act 3.
And it's a reasonable change.
It is.
Because you could even see if you watch the movie that he gets irritated and and kind of eggs Woody on into not wanting to go back to Andy throughout the movie before he even changes. So yeah, fucking awesome fucking movie.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Alright, so this is where, where I'm, my top 2. This is where I argue they're both my favorite, but I really gotta dig deep into which one I like more.
So my number 2 is Toy Story 2.
Okay. My number 2, technically, is WALL-E.
WALL-E.
Yes.
Right.
So, WALL-E... My god. Like, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the first part where he's on Earth, oh my god. The fuck were they doing? That's what, 2008?
Yeah.
That's fucking bonkers to me. And meanwhile, Disney's making, like, what, Bolt?
Yeah. Literally the same year.
Jesus
And I think
Christ.
DreamWorks was doing Monsters vs. or B-Movie.
Like, what the fuck was PIXAR on when they were doing that WALL-E shit?
I don't know, man.
They fucking went wild.
It's wild.
That's a 2000s movie.
2008.
Like, what the fuck?
That's a movie from the PS3 era.
Like, Pixar really just instantly just got into it.
Yeah.
They really just got into the CGI, which is what they do. They got into it pretty quick, while Disney took a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think...
Arguably, they still are trying to get it.
Yeah, true. Ooh. Oh boy, yeah.
I mean, WALL-E looks better than Wish.
Yes. But yeah, amazing looking movie. Adorable movie. It makes me smile.
Kind of intense.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm a sucker for just space settings and space stuff.
Yeah.
I love that shit so much.
I mean, this movie's a big swing. You know, it's no dialogue for about 20 minutes, maybe even more. Mm-hmm. The main character doesn't talk. The main side character doesn't talk.
Mm-hmm. Some of the other guys don't talk either.
There's not even a villain until like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, my boy Hal. Not Hal, but the Hal.
Not Hal from Malcolm in the Middle.
Hal from 2001.
Yeah, Space Odyssey.
I forgot his actual name, but the wheel. Otto. His name's Otto.
Right.
Yes.
It's just Hal from 2001.
Yeah.
It's dark, like, from the outside, you know?
It's crazy. Like, humans destroyed the Earth and everyone's dead, except for this forever cruise that they're stuck in.
Crazy concept.
Yeah.
And it's a romance.
Yeah, and it's a better romance than Elemental.
It's just adorable.
Yeah. It's interesting that they made a movie where everyone's, like, dead. Like, it's like... If they just made it a little more adult, that would have been a really dark movie, honestly. And I like the concept that they're all, like, out of shape and stuff because they weren't sent off in, like, an escape ship. They were sent off in a cruise.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cruise. The whole point of cruises is that everything's done for you.
Yeah.
And you're lazy, and you eat food all the fucking time. That's what you do in cruises.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing for years and years and years and years and years. Generations of people have been doing nothing but eat and having things be done for them because it's a cruise. And that's interesting to me. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we could pretty much go in that direction.
Yeah.
You know?
It's supposed to be a getaway, but since the Earth was destroyed, that's just what their life is. But yeah, that's already an interesting concept, and it's not like, oh, I'm the captain of the ship, I'm the captain of the cruise. All I do is give you, like, updates on what the food items are gonna be for today.
Yeah.
What the food rotation's gonna be. Like, that's why he's lazy, too, because that's all he has to do. Because he's a cruise captain.
Yeah.
So that's really fun to me. Like a cool, like, new little concept instead of they're all, like, in a escape ship. And all these robots are doing everything for them. And even then, like, I'd say the weakest part of the movie is maybe the villain. But even then, it's still a good idea because the whole point is that Wally and Eve and even the others gain sentience and get their own personality, their own, like sense of self, their, like, passions. And then Otto is the foil because he sticks to the program. He's a robot. Yeah. As opposed to the other guys who become more than that.
Yeah.
So that's cool too. And, yeah, I don't know. Fucking my favorite, second favorite.
And it's a testament to Pixar, like, a movie where civilization is, like, on the brink of extinction. Everyone is a fucking blob.
Yeah.
And the main characters are robots with one goal that don't talk. Mm-hmm. That can still make me smile ear to ear.
Yeah.
While watching it. Like, it's a complete joy.
And it's honestly refreshing, because even though everyone's overweight, they don't really do fat jokes. It's kind of just true. Like, this is reality. This is what their lives are.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
There's no, like, burps and farts.
Yeah, or anything like that. It's not a joke. It's just like, this is what life has come to.
Yeah. This is where we're at.
And they're still, like, good, normal people. They're not like, oh, it's a stereotype. We're all overweight.
Yeah.
Like, they're all great, interesting, and it's cool to me. Love Wally.
Love it.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
That little dude with the little eyes and the little cockroach that he has. Fucking great.
Justice to the cockroach. Oh, no, he doesn't die.
He doesn't die, but he gets crushed like 15 billion times.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. Number 1. My favorite. Not yours. Mine. Incredibles is my favorite Pixar movie.
Yeah. Mine is Ratatouille.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
Whew.
Incredibles.
Where's my super suit?
So... Incredibles, my god, another Brad Bird. It's pretty much a superhero movie, has, like, strong 50s inspiration. Probably does take place in the 50s, actually.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superheroes, but the thing is that it's very family inspired. Like, it's really in there. Like, it's a superhero family. It has, like, really, like, it's another one of those where, like, what you said, where you're just enjoying everything about it. That's me with The Incredibles. It's not that it's just, like, funny on accident, like the other old ones that come along with it, the other old Pixar movies. It's that it's just, like, just so witty to me, and it's just, everything's quotable. It's very natural dialogue, like, very natural dialogue.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's so satisfying seeing an animated movie with such fucking natural dialogue.
Yeah.
And, the family idea in it is cool to me, because, you still have such a realistic family dynamic, but they're all superheroes. And I like that Brad, like, based all the superpowers based off of what age or what role the character had.
Little boy goes fast, lots of energy.
Ball of energy.
Teenage girl doesn't want to be seen, so she's invisible.
The
mom is the...
She's all over the place.
She's doing everything, so she's all over here.
And the dad's the strong one.
Dad's the backbone.
Babies are unpredictable.
Yep.
So that's cool to me. I fucking love the villain. I love that he fucking murdered every superhero.
What's his name?
Syndrome.
Syndrome, yeah.
Voiced by Jason Lee.
Love that.
Yeah. And he was the wannabe sidekick to Mr. Incredibles. And he fucking went batshit when he got rejected. And he's all like, oh, I fucking hate you fuckers now. I'm going to, like, invent these gadgets that make everybody cool now. And then, so therefore, superheroes are, like, not cool anymore. It's like, all of us are fucking cool now. He built this fucking big-ass thing that murdered all Bro's friends.
Yeah.
Like, and you see some of these guys. And it's crazy, like, even, like, the funniest bits of the movie, it's still dark. Like, the whole, like, popular, iconic no capes thing that Edna says, it's really dark, because while she's saying it, it's showing, like, I made capes for superheroes, and they got brutally murdered because of them. Or not murdered, but killed. Like, it's like, oh, it's a funny joke, haha, I don't make capes anymore. Meanwhile, it's showing clips of these superheroes getting killed. Like, this Supergirl with a cape is, like, saying hi to someone next to an airplane, and then she gets sucked in with a jet turbine and fucking dies. Just, like, it's, like, still dark. It's like, yeah, she doesn't make capes anymore because they're a dangerous fucking piece of clothing. But yeah, fucking, there's the whole affair subplot thing where Helen Parr thinks her husband's cheating on her, and that's why he keeps disappearing, and even finds, like, women hair on his clothes and stuff, and, like, woo. And she goes to Edna, and Edna's, like, doing, like, girl on girl talk, like, oh yeah, he's definitely cheating on you. Oh, you should go track him down. There's a tracker on his supersuit that I made for him. Yeah. And to track where Bro is to see if he's cheating on her, that's when, at the very same time, that's my favorite scene in the whole movie, at the very same time, he snuck into Syndrome's secret room with the computer and finding out that all his friends were killed. He searches up all his friends one by one, and it says dead, 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 dead. And it's crazy. And he searches up his wife, and it said location unknown. And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then she beeps his fucking thing to see if he's cheating. That's when he gets caught. I'm like, my god, what a fucking psycho scene. And that scene alone is, I'm like, man, Incredibles 2 does not have that. Where I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, this is bonkers.
It doesn't have stakes.
Yeah. It's like, my god. But yeah, fucking, and the whole point of why it's so realistic, the reason why superheroes are illegal to begin with, all he did was save someone who tried to commit suicide. He didn't like that he was saved for trying to commit suicide. He sues Mr. Incredible. Everyone else sees, it's that easy to sue them like that? Oh shit, I'm gonna do it for this, I'm gonna do it for this. Oh, I didn't want to be saved. Oh, blah, 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 blah. all chaos happens, they're outlawed. I'm like, geez, man, this kid's movie, it just showed bro try to commit suicide, a superhero tries to save him, he's in trouble for it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy to me. I don't know, but it's realistic. It's like, you try to kill yourself and you're pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, alright. But anyway, yeah, fucking love that movie.
Yeah. I don't even know how to talk about this one, because in theory I love everything about it, but it just doesn't click for me. I don't know why. Just something about the execution. Like, you just described all that shit, and it sounds so great, but when I'm watching it, I don't feel any of that.
It's opposite.
Like, I don't feel these stakes, and it's not so dramatic to me, and honestly, I don't love the villain. Like, the first scene that sets him up is obviously great, but I don't know. He's not very threatening to me. I don't feel much for him.
That's fine.
That's just, I don't know. And this is another one that I didn't grow up with, but not to say that's part of it. But I don't know. I mean, the general idea is great. The characters are some of the best ever that they've done from Pixar. I agree, definitely very human, very natural. Brad Bird's good at that.
Yeah. Iron Giant. Good ass shit.
Yeah. Also set in the 50s.
Yeah, true. He likes that shit, I guess. And then another thing, I think it's cool that, like, since he, like, has to be a normal dude now, has a normal fucking boring ass job and stuff.
Yeah.
On the side with his buddy Frozone. Samuel Jackson.
Frozone's great.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Yeah.
Another great cast. Like, some of these actors, they aren't even that well known. Like, Craig T. Nelson is Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
I only know him as the dad from Poltergeist.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I think he was more prolific on TV. But, who is Miss Incredible?
I accidentally, like, dressed for the occasion.
That's true, you do look like the movie right now.
Yeah, like, it's the colors from the fuck out.
Holly Hunter's great.
Mm-hmm.
Love her voice. Love her in Raising Arizona.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, that's her.
That's her. Jason Lee, I wish, like, he had a better career.
Yeah, I love Jason Lee.
Like, I feel like the only people who got Jason Lee was this movie and Kevin Smith.
They trying to tell us that deep inside, we all wants to be white.
Well, isn't that true?
Not to shit on this, but I wish he didn't go the Alvin and the Chipmunks route.
Right, yeah.
And I guess he had My Name is Earl, so that's fine.
I love My Name is Earl.
Which is great, but, like, he was so charismatic on the screen. On the big screen.
I love him. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
And I love his voice.
Like, Mallrats, he's great.
That should have been the T.J. Miller of the T.J.
Oh my
Miller.
god.
I wish I was hearing his voice everywhere.
You know what's funny? I almost called the weird guy from Soul T.J. Miller. Even though it's not voiced by him. It just gives me that vibe. Like this annoying fucking weirdo who won't go away. And he ruins the movie.
Oh boy.
You know? And you know what? I'm gonna complain about something that's not the movie's fault.
Okay.
It's actually the fans' fault.
Right.
Not you, though.
What?
Because you don't do this.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's already happened. The ending of this movie. Mm-hmm. Great scene. Where they realize they gotta lock in and fight the Underminer.
Yeah.
But we don't see it.
Yeah.
But people took that as a cliffhanger.
Yeah. That I didn't. I just thought it was another thing they gotta do.
And then they did it in the second movie. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say, that's lame as fuck.
Yeah.
That is some direct-to-DVD shit.
Yeah.
Where they actually fight the Underminer. Yeah. That's so stupid.
And you do it in the video game.
Yeah, they did a whole video game about it. That's the other thing I was gonna say. It's like, oh man, like people were like, oh, Pixar makes sequels that don't matter, but Incredibles 2 was justified because it ends on a cliffhanger. Fuck off. No, it does not.
I never cared about the Underminer.
No, you're not supposed to.
Every time I watched The Incredibles, I just thought they're gonna go fight some guys.
They just keep going.
They're gonna fight some guys.
That's what you take from the ending. They keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need to see the rest.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Ooh, boy, and that fucking theme they got. That shit has me fucking pumped up.
Who
dude.
did that one?
Fuck, what was the name of that? He did the Space Mountain song too.
Oh shit!
And I fucking love the Space Mountain song.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
One of the guys.
Michael
Giacchino.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other one.
Fucking
One of the goats.
bonkers theme.
Yeah.
Bro knows how to make
Good one.
some bonkers ass songs, dude. Cause fucking hell. That and Space Mountain are like one and the same. One superhero, the other's just space. Fucking adrenaline rush music, dude. Like, boom.
It's pretty good.
I fucking love The Incredibles. That's my favorite Pixar movie.
It's pretty good.
Just boom, 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 boom. Love this movie.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Alright, so make sure to stick to around to the next video where we'll be covering The Incredibles 3.
And Finding Nemo 10.
And Finding Nemo 4.
And then Finding Dory 6.
Finding and Toy Story 7. And
and
Braver,
Bravest, the third one. The Braving, that's the prequel.
Ratatouille.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
Wall 3.
Yeah.
Or no, they do the Roman numerals for Wa E Wa.
Or the L's.
Yes. Wa.
Oh, that's you're doing the W.
Wa 2E.
Watui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wa 2E. And the much anticipated, can't wait for this one, Bugs Life 2. What would you do if they announced Bugs Life 2?
I don't know, man.
Be completely honest here.
That would be really disappointing. Because, like, it means that they've touched every single one of, like, their first couple ones. You know?
I would just be shocked. Like, y'all really got another idea?
Like, Toy Story, Bugs Life, Monsters, Inc., Incredibles, Cars.
I'd actually... You know what? Okay, I'll give it this. If they make a sequel for Bugs Life... Because my main issue is that, like, it's one of their first ones. It's the most formulaic kids movie one they made. It'd be really interesting to finally see a Bug's Life, but, like, written without that. You know what I mean? Like, what actually deep shit could they actually do with a Bug's Life? Like, y'all really got something in the chamber for that one?
They don't care. They're getting rid of the fucking tree.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom show.
Too late for that.
I'm so mad about that.
But maybe in 10 years when we get Bugs Life 2,
I like that show more than the movie.
it can come back.
Whew. Bugs Life 2, can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Starring, what's her name? Fuck, it doesn't matter. The joke doesn't mean anything if I can't think of her name. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh no.
Can't wait to see it.
Can't wait to see it.
Alright.
Favorite movie?
Ratatouille.
Incredibles. Least favorite movie? Cars.
Cars 2.
Cars 2. And then everything else sucks.
Yeah.
Every other movie sucks.
Bunch of baby shit for babies.
Stupid kids movies. I hate kids movies and kids shows and toys and Christmas.
And so do you.
And you hate it too.